Hello, I am Andriana and I am a social psychologist. And I want to talk about why being part of a community, the LGBT community, is so important from the perspective of social psychology. Social psychology takes the person into consideration as an individual identity with our own traits, as a relational identity when we are interacting with another person, and as a collective identity when we are part of a group. Now, before we start, I would like to make a small disclaimer and say that I'm not going to talk about how important for our mental health it is to finally find who to identify with and to finally feel seen and respected and included, though these are definitely the traits we are basing our community feeling on in order to stay inside the community. But these traits are actually coming from an individual and a relational perspective. And I would like to draw the attention a little bit on the community and how it works as a body, as a whole, as a system, as a collective identity. Because being part of a community is actually the only way on how to change stuff in the society. So the community is a group of individuals that shares the same identities and the same life experiences. And this is how we differentiate ourselves from the other individuals that are belonging in the outer group. To do social change, not only we need to have a collective identity, but also a political identity, because we want to do social change. The LGBT activist community is actually a political identity, therefore holds the power to do social change. The reason why it is this way is because we have similar traumatic experiences. We have experienced the rejection and discrimination and sometimes abuse. We also have common goals to fight against. We fight against the violation of human rights and heteronormativity and an authoritative state. But the most important thing is that we are actually trying to influence and compete for the distribution of social power and social status. And we're competing against the authorities and the rest of the society for that. But at the same time, we want to influence our own message towards them. We are trying to question this social power and the status distribution, and we are trying to rightfully claim space and a say on what concerned us. So for our message to be heard, we are creating an innovation. This is an innovative message we're trying to show, because it's something that is not yet part of how things work. To do so, to make our new message heard and applicable in the society and do social change, us as the transmitters of the message, we need to meet some specific criteria that we can only meet by being part of a political collective identity. First, we need to create a simple and clear message. Then the claim of this message should be persistent and durable, because it takes time to find the support it needs to be applicable. And of course, the transmitter, the community, should be strong and have a strong presence and appear united when supporting the claim. when the request is actually delivered and applied, it stops being an innovation and it becomes the new reality. But belonging in a community is actually the tool to create all that. Without being part of a community, we can also do social change, but it's it's only a change for ourselves, for our personal social status. It's a long and lonely and individual process. From the other side, by being part of the community, we can do this change collectively and make sure that there is no one from our group left behind, and that this change we're trying to do is going to be permanent and it's going to last for the generations that are coming. So this is actually a tip on how we can claim rightfully our place in society. Thank you.